Ladies and gentlemen, here he is. I'm delighted he's on the show. One of the funniest men in Britain, Mr. Alan Davies.
Very good, excellent work, as usual.
Oh, if you only knew the...
Good evening.
If only you knew the tears and the tantrums we'd had getting that song learned.
Who was doing the W bum?
That's the easy part. It's interesting you went for the easy part.
But that's the bit we all used to do at school.
I used to go for
Oh, yeah, well, it was a bit bolder.
Now, congratulations, the new Doctor Who.
Well, you see, now that's just paper talk.
Oh, I wish it were
Sadly,
true.
I'm not the new Doctor Who.
Were you asked?
No, I haven't been asked.
You weren't even asked?
No. 2 years ago, it was in the News of the World, God bless them, but they said I was signed up on a massive deal.
Did you see that in the Daily Express where they mocked you up to look like him?
Man, seriously taking the piss out of me there, aren't they?
But it works.
Bookies close the betting.
As a smart
Who's
money
had
goes
a bet on me. That is, what are people like? Oh, that's a good bet. That's a good bet.
That's a channel I won't be seeing again, obviously.
I was just watching it in the dressing room. It's on UK Gold with Tom Baker and Mary Tam.
You see, you lead a glamorous life.
It was on the... Oh, I had the telly on to try and warm the room up. It's like
This is so true of Alan. He always has to have something to complain about.
It was on... It was Mary Tam, who we had on Jonathan Creek a couple of years ago. Incredibly beautiful sidekick. And K9, who was crap.
Yeah. He was like a biscuit tin, wasn't it, really?
He could go and help, so long as it was all on one floor, because he couldn't get up and down any stairs or anything, could he?
But then with the Daleks coming after you, you didn't need stair capability.
Well, you thought that'd be the first thing they'd develop in the dog. Stair capability.
What, to escape from the Daleks?
To escape from the Daleks.
Couldn't he just go up and do some sort of, like, futuristic wee on them and short-circuit them?
No, he does. He does a kind of a red radar thing out of his eyes like that.
I get the feeling that's the part you wanted, K9. That's when you turned down Who.
All of my friends texted me, can I be a Dalek? 2 people want to be a Dalek, 3 want to be Cybermen, one wants to be a Dalek or a Cyberman, doesn't really mind, preferably a Dalek, though. 50 Cent? Is it all true about 50 Cent? Was he really shot?
Yeah, well, we'll ask him when he gets out here.
And is it true about, you know, the crack?
Well, listen, hold on a second. I'm doing an interview later. Hang around, you'll find out.
Because should you have it, you know?
Will you stop? He's a big kiss there.
Well, he's been very nice backstage.
Well, you better say that, because you're going back to sit next to him in a minute. Look at him, look at it. He's having a look at you now. Yeah, he threw the smile in as an afterthought, but he's having a think about you. He's saying, magician, I'll sort him out.
I tell you what, though, if he was annoyed with me, he wouldn't bother, because there's about 28 people back there.
It's a crowded room.
Who he's really friendly with.
So you're saying it's too crowded back there, is that what you're saying?
I've never had an entourage. I don't know what that's like, to have all your mates going everywhere. It must be brilliant. It's so boring if you're a comic on the road. I'd like to have an entourage on the bus.
You could have an entourage. You could get 2 or 3 people to follow you around.
2 or 3 people?
They're not 50 Cent's entourage. That's his posse. That's his unit. They perform with him. They're
I know a little bit about it. I'm not completely
Well, you want to get
stupid.
up to date with me and the kids.
I didn't realise it said G-Unit first. I thought it said on this chair.
I think, you know what we'll do? I'm going to go and sit with you lot and we'll watch what happens in the green room.
It doesn't say that.
No, it doesn't. You only thought that for the merest briefest second.
I only said it for a joke.
Yeah, well, you explain that to him when he's got some bling-bling wrapped around your neck. OK, so let's just clear something. You are not doing Doctor Who.
Now, the thing is, right, I would do Doctor Who because Russell T Davies is writing it.
A terrific writer.
Who is Britain's nicest man, best writer, and he wrote Bob and Rose. And so I sent him an email saying, if you're really stuck and you can't get who you want, you know, I'll fill in, but I'm not wearing that hat.
I know who'd make a good Doctor Who.
Who?
What? It's the only job on the BBC I haven't got. They should give me a crack at it. I'd make a bloody... What do you mean I would make a Doctor Who? How dare you?
David Gower could do it.
Gower...
No, I don't know. It's all top secret. It's hush-hush.
But have they got someone yet?
No, I don't think so.
You can't tell us?
I can't. I don't know.
Who do you think will make a good Doctor Who?
Annette Crosby. Oh, no, I mean it.
I think she'd be good. Let's talk about QI. That's your new thing on BBC Two.
Yes.
What night is it on?
Thursday night.
Thursday night's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
OK.
And then, at 10:30, you can go to BBC 4.
And what's on BBC 4?
Another episode.
Why would we want to do that? Surely one's enough at any given time.
No. Back to back?
You're keen on this, I can tell.
Back to back.
Is this how you spend your Thursday nights?
Yeah.
Watching yourself twice on a show?
Watching myself twice. There's another one on. No, don't go.
All right, we've got a clip. This is, I would have thought, a scary show to be on because it's a show, it's a panel show, the intention of which is both, I would have thought, partially to educate, but mainly to entertain.
Mainly to entertain.
Mainly to entertain. But some of the most sort of scarily kind of like bright and funny people in TV on there. You've got Stephen Fry.
Yes.
You've got your good self.
Yes. Well, you see, I'm a regular. I sit there all the time next to Stephen, trying to make the guests look good. That's my job.
Right.
I'm doing quite well.
Yeah, you are. What object, reportedly invented by John Hetherington in 1797, caused a riot when first seen and was described in court as a tall structure having a shining lustre calculated to frighten timid people?
I have no idea, but it sounds like some sort of a sexual aid, but that might be because I'm sitting on your show.
1797, a sexual aid?
I'm sure they had vibrators and stuff in 1797.
What, like foot-powered?
They probably had... Yeah,
steam-driven...
wind-powered.
Was that what Stephenson's rocket really was? It was actually Stephenson's rabbit.
Well, when was the rubber band invented? Because they might have used the rubber band, you know when you twist the rubber band round and round and round and round like that, and then let it go?
Yeah, but what if it ran out before the lady had arrived?
Well, you'd have to have another one there, wouldn't you? Don't just take one. What sort of a man are you? You have a whole load of rubber bands. You have about 20 or 30 rubber bands. In fact, people were judged on how many rubber bands they had carried about. You go, well, them rubber bands there, like that. And she'd go, whoa, we're going all night.
No, it wasn't a sexual aid, Davis. It was a top hat.
Was it?
Yeah, but your answer was funnier, which I suppose explains the premise of the show.
It's a bit crude, though. Try not to be too crude.
Now, you've done the first series. I'm assuming there's another one on the way, is there?
There's another one, but we're not making it till March, because Stephen Fry's unavailable until March.
Why don't you make more Jonathan Creeks? Because you don't
We've just made 3. It takes
three's
ages.
not loads.
I know,
Three's
but
like
it
not
takes
even
weeks.
In America, CSI, I watch CSI on a regular basis, OK?
Yeah.
It's rubbish, but it's very entertaining rubbish.
Yeah.
There's about 1,000 of them a year. Every time you tune in, they're solving a different crime.
I know, but you see, the thing is, David Renwick writes all the scripts and he won't let anyone else write anything.
I'll write one for you.
Well, you can send one in and we'll have a look at it.
Never mind, send one in. If the star says it's OK, it's OK. Just give us the thumbs up.
That's not how it works.
Well, it could work.
Well, what would you like to happen? I mean, what would happen in your mystery? Would it be TV? You've been in it. Do you remember?
I was in it very briefly. I wasn't very good.
You were. You played yourself.
Actually, what we do is...
We looked for someone to play you better, but sadly,
I was the
they
only
were too
one.
expensive.
Dale Winton said no, didn't he?
Yeah.
What I'd do is I would shift the emphasis and make way for a new style of detective. Because I tell you for why, we have you're the magician detective, or the magician's helpers sort of
Yes.
detective. OK. We've had over the years, there was Columbo, the scruffy detective.
Yes.
Ironside, the wheelchair-bound detective.
Yes.
OK. The lovely Felicity Kendall is currently a gardening detective right now in Rosemary and
You've got to separate off the real detectives, police officers...
From the amateur
From the
sleuths.
amateur
Here's
sleuths.
one they haven't had, a chat show detective.
Chat show detective.
You come on as Jonathan Creek, I'm interviewing you, you get killed quite early in the episode. No, you know...
Do I have to be killed?
Yes.
Can't it be like in Star Trek when Leonard Nimoy directed it and the whole film had to be the hunt for Spock?
In Search of Creek?
Yeah. I get locked up inside... I'm in a locked room. I'm walled in. I can't find my way out.
No,
you have to solve it.
We'll put you in a Perspex box above the Thames.
Yeah.
See, original ideas are coming off me like sweat. Anyway, all right, well, I won't write one then. Here's, I think, something I'm gonna raise a theory about Alan. Let's see how he responds to this. I think you're scared of going back to stand-up.
Do you think?
Well, maybe.
I don't think I'm really scared of it at all.
But it's been ages since you've done it before, and I think people miss it because you were a tremendous stand-up comedian.
Oh, it's very funny. No, I'm not scared at all. No, I just haven't got any jokes or inclination.
Well, you've done plenty tonight. I'll write some for you.
No, I can't have your crap jokes.
I'm sorry, I misheard. Your speech impediment caused me to mishear that last time.
I don't want to be rude to you because it's your show. It's very nice for you to have me on and everything.
Yeah, it is.
But your jokes are just rubbish. They're not good enough for a paying audience. They're all right for this lot who haven't paid. But if you went on at the Guildhall Preston with that sort of shocking material, they'd have you off.
Well, it's tough love, I suppose.
You've got to be cruel to be kind. Don't go on the road.
You
It's hard
come
work
on
out
to my
there.
show dressed like a... What are you
Don't
dressed like?
start picking on me
Dressed
clothes.
like some kind of a student, a middle-aged student. Those trousers I've never seen an iron. Wearing black socks with brown shoes. Davis, you're a disappointment to me.
This is where you fall down. You're obsessed with what people look like. You're style over substance all the time. That's why your jokes are so poor. They're just cheap references and observations. There's no depth, there's no sincerity, there's nothing of the real you. What is the real you? You're just a mirage. I think you're just functioning behind the clothes. It's almost like you could walk out from behind the suit, and what would you be?
You want me, don't you? That's what this is about.
No, I'm teasing you, but I don't really feel like doing any gigs at the moment.
I'd like to see you doing stand-up.
I did some QI, you see, and that was live audience.
Yeah, but it's not the same thing, is it?
No, it's not.
You know, and seeing you, because I've got the video of your last tour. It was a video that came out of the last tour. Very, very funny. I've watched it any number of times. It's actually genuinely very, very funny stuff.
And it's still available in the shop.
Before you go, David Blaine. You were on the show with David Blaine last time.
Yeah.
Right? Have you been to see him in his box?
I did actually go on Wednesday night.
What did you make of it?
Well, there's a hell of a lot of people pulling over on Tower Bridge and nearly causing accidents.
That's a middle-aged man's viewpoint, isn't it? Although it's causing untold traffic problems.
People just put their hazard warning lights on as if to say, now anything could happen.
It's fair enough.
Look out for me, I've got my hazard warning lights on. Anything could happen, I might get out.
You've turned into a grumpy old man.
Yeah, they do, though.
Well, because they want to see the madman in the box.
And they think, I don't know what I'm going to do. I can't park. I don't know whether to turn around. Sod it. Hazards. I'm off the hook.
I have a theory. You know, they say he's starving. He's no more starving than you are. If anything, he's put on weight from
I'm not starving because I had quiche only an hour ago.
In your cold room? OK. Well, I suspect he did as well, because when he goes to sleep, they say he goes to sleep, he pulls the blanket on, and immediately the blanket goes up, yeah. Tape machine. I think sewn on the inside of the blanket, kebab after 8 minutes. He's
might well be.
All through the night. That's why he's putting on weight. And then he has to finish it before morning, so an empty blanket.
You know what I think he's got? I think he's got really, really, really thin food.
Fruit roll-ups.
Thin fruit that's covering the whole of the base of the person. It will be luncheon meat.
Spam.
Spam has covered the whole of the base of it. When he comes out, he'll have to go on a drip straight away, and otherwise he'll die, because he can't even have a jammy dodger to make him ill.
For what? For eating too much spam?
Yeah, you can't... Yeah, spam...
You mean because he's not eating
anything?
anything?
Spam dodger reaction. But what are they going to say to him? You know, on Big Brother, when they come out, they say, let's have a look at your best bits, don't they? Someone, there's you nude in the jacuzzi, there's you decking someone, there's you drunk, there's you thrown up in the bin. To them, it's just, there's you under a blanket.
There's you waving at Eamon Holmes.
There you are, you're looking a bit hungry there, and there, and there, and there.
Do you think he's looked hungry at any stage?
I don't know how you look hungry.
Well, you go...
If I was acting...
Look, I'll show you something.
You've still got to be the new Doctor Who.
That's hunger.
No.
Here's fear. Malice. Greed. Lust.
All right, I'm going to throw it at you. Confusion. Joy.
End of interview. Mr. Alan Davies, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a pleasure having you on, hasn't it? Yes, it has. You've been very critical.
I didn't mean to have a go earlier.
It's too late now. Hey, I wouldn't worry about me. I'd worry about going back there to Mr. 50 Cent.
Why is it Fiddy?
Because that's how you say it. I saw him on TV the other day and the bloke was calling him 50 Cent. It's Fiddy, isn't it? People say Fiddy, isn't that right, sir?
Yeah.
There you go, 50 Cent. It's an American way of saying it. It's a hip kind of way. You've got to get down with us.
Down with us?
Down with us. I'm down with the... What up, my blood? See? You see? I know what's going on with
You're
the
going to be
posse.
so out of your depth when Fiddy comes out. You are.
I wouldn't be surprised if he
He's
asked me
gonna
to
go
join
on
G-Unit.
He likes
That's
you
right,
lot.
the fellas want me to join, isn't that right, fellas? You see? What's up, my blood? I'm down... You get off, my new friends come on.
Just so you know, G-Unit doesn't mean gay unit.
I can't believe you're going to go back there. Look at these guys! They're going to eat you alive! Anyway, all I can say is it's been lovely knowing you, Mr. Alan Davies, ladies and gentlemen.
Good luck. You're going back there. I want you to get that way.
All right, yeah. I think so. What a great guest. This could prove interesting. Let's see what goes on there. No?
No trouble at all.
Everything's fine.
We're the best of friends.
We'll wait till the cameras are off.